Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to explain you a very important concept of difference between random and the randomseed function with the help of this digital dice project. So whenever the MPU6050 detects motion, it is going to display a number between 1 to 6 on this OLED display. So let's get started. Now before moving further, I want to explain you a very important observation here. You see, this MPU6050 and OLED display both are I2C communication devices. Both uses SCL and SDA wires. But Arduino have only one SD and one SCL. So how do we connect both of them to the Arduino? So this is a very important benefit of the I2C protocol, that we can connect multiple I2C devices with the same master device. Here Arduino is a master device and both of them are the slave devices. So you see this blue wire is the SDA wire and this is connected to the SDA of OLED display, and SDA of the OLED display is connected to the SDA of Arduino. Similarly, this yellow wire is the SCL wire of the MPU, which is connected to SCL of OLED, which is connected to A5 pin of the Arduino. So in this way, you can connect multiple devices with the same master device. Now here the question may arise that if both of them are connected on the same bus on the Arduino, then there must be conflict between both of them. But the point here is that the multiple I2C devices which are connected on the same bus doesn't mean that there must be conflict, because all the I2C devices have different addresses. Like the MP6050 have a default address of 0x68. Similarly, OLED display have an address of 0x3c in my case, and some OLED display also have addresses 0x3d. Now suppose Arduino wants to communicate with only OLED display and not with MP6050. So it will call the address of OLED display and it will communicate with the Arduino. So in this way, the conflict between the multiple I2C devices can be prevented. Now let me just give you the overview of this program. So we are defining some of the libraries and variables related to MP6050 and OLED display. And this is the main variable here, shake threshold. And we can adjust the value of this variable according to how much sensitivity we want. So what happens when the MP6050 is shaken? It measures the acceleration along the three directions x, y and z. And we will compare this variable shake threshold by summing up all the acceleration along these three directions. And in the setup function, I am keeping all the values as default, nothing much different. Now I want to draw your attention at this function randomseed. So we are using this function randomseed to make the dice roll fair each and every time, right? And note that in computer system nothing is perfectly random. Even the computers use logical formulas to generate the sequence of number. And you may ask that why aren't we using random function instead of this randomseed? So the problem with the random function is that this function uses pseudo random number generator algorithm, PRNG. Okay, here comes the word pseudo. Pseudo means nothing is perfectly random. So the problem with this PRNG algorithm is that suppose you have a very huge list of pre-written numbers, and every time you restart or power your microcontroller, it starts from the very beginning of the list and picks the number sitting at the first place. And as a result, if you don't provide a seed means the starting number which you provide to the mathematical formula to generate the sequence. So your dice would roll the exact same sequence like this one, 4, 2, 6, 1, 3 every single time. And this is not a kind of random thing. Okay, we want our dice to be fair. So this problem of the random function is solved by this randomseed function. So it has two benefits. The first one is it tells the microcontroller where to start in that huge list of numbers, right? And the second one is if you provide different seed, the starting point to the microcontroller, it will start from a completely different number in that list, making the sequence appear to be truly random. So how do we decide that what will be this different number from which the microcontroller should start? And that's where this analogRead function comes in. So analogRead function gives the reading from 0 to 1023 because Arduino is a 8-bit microcontroller. And this 0 is representing that we are using the pin A0 of the Arduino Uno. You can also use any other analog pin A1, A2, A3, A4 and A5. And if we have nothing connected to a pin on a microcontroller, it is called floating pin. Floating means it is neither connected to VCC nor to ground. And it can pick up noise from its surroundings like static electricity, electromagnetic interference, and even from our own body itself. And whenever we read this floating pin, it gives us different reading each and every time, like 53, 342, 954, likewise, which are random in nature. Now in the loop function, you can see that we are summing up all the three acceleration along x, along y, and along z. And we are comparing this with the threshold value. And also we are taking a cooldown period of 1 second. So what happens whenever the MP6050 detects motion, it may trigger several pulses of high signal within a fraction of seconds. Okay. And also the Arduino is running very fast, so it will detect multiple movements within a fraction of second. But we don't want this to happen. That is why we are taking a cooldown period, which is the difference between current time and the last time. If both of these conditions are met, then only we will trigger the roll, otherwise not. And this is a function to draw the dice face and to display the animations of circles. So subscribe to my channel for more such videos and tutorials, and let me know your queries in the comment section related to this project, and let us meet with a new project in another video. Till then, goodbye.